Good evening, this is Camp, here to drive you crazy, and welcome back to another edition of Driven Deep, Boston Red Sox baseball. And after an absolutely crazy game, the Red Sox pull off the win 9-5 in the 11th inning. But let's just jump straight into how these scorings started off. Magia, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. Apologies for always having mispronunciations on people's names. Had a single and was able to score two on the bottom of the first inning. And the top of the third inning was the biggest inning for the Red Sox, where JD Martinez had himself a double, allowing Danny Santana and Alex Verdugo to score, making it 2-2. Rafael Devers having himself a sacrifice fly, allowing JD to score, making it 3-2. And then, of course, Hunter Renfroe having himself a 450-foot bomb to left center field, allowing that score to then become 5-2. But then, of course, the Wonder Kid himself, Wander Franco, who just got called up just before this game had started, was able to get a 3-run home run. And even though it wasn't the biggest one, 365 feet still, but that made this game tied 5-5. And it basically had stayed that way all the way until it was the top of the 11th inning, where Rafael Devers was able to get himself a good double, allowing Connor Wong, who came in as our runner for that inning, as well as Xander Bogaerts to score. Hunter Renfroe had a single, and then immediately we had a sacrifice fly by Kike Hernandez, which gave us our final score of 9-5. The winning pitcher today was Hernandez. The losing pitcher was Fairbanks. Hernandez goes to 2-2. Fairbanks is now 1-3. The Boston Red Sox had 11 hits, but with 2 errors, and there was also 9 hits and no errors for the Rays. To go over some of the fielding situations and groundings, we'll say Danny Santana had himself a 1-for-4 game. Verdugo was 1-for-3. JD Martinez went 1-for-5, who then got pitch run for Wong. Xander Bogaerts once again having himself another great game, 3-for-5, bringing back up that average to a 3.23. Rafael Devers having himself a 2-for-4 game, as well as pretty much the biggest hit of the night that helped be able to have the Red Sox go up late in the 11th inning. Hunter Renfroe once again 2-for-5, who had the big home run to start off that Red Sox big top of the third inning, or to follow up on that Red Sox inning to make them go up 5-2. Christian Vasquez had himself a kind of terrible game, unfortunately, going 0-for-5. Kike Hernandez went 1-for-3, and of course we had Bobby Dahlbeck, who went 0-for-5 and having another 4 strikeouts. So it is a very tough thing once again for Bobby Dahlbeck, who was actually having a really decent game to start off these past couple of games, but ended up having a big fallout game for this game, especially that very last 9th inning strikeout call against him. That was a very tough call. It was not from a check swing. It was by the umpire's call. And the umpires had a really bad game. This one was a free game on the MLB TV, so I got to watch the entire thing. So luckily enough to see most of how the scoring went down, but to see exactly how all of these umpires have been calling the strikes and balls, it was kind of bad all around. Looking at it right now, the team had 6-for-10 with runners in scoring position, with only 5 left on base. The 2 errors came by Rafael Devers and Xander Bogaerts actually having a low throw. On the Rays side of it, Diaz went 2-for-6. Franco had gone 2-for-4 with, again, his very first home run as well as a double. So batting a solid .500 right now since getting called up. Meadows was 0-for-5 and got pinch runned. Rosarian went 3-for-5. Margot is 0-for-3. Magia went 2-for-3 and had Choi come in as a pitch hitter for him, who also went 0-for-1. Lau was 0 for 5. Walls was 0 for 5. And Kiermaier was 0 for 3. They had left 10 on base and went 3 for 17 with runners in the scoring position. So obviously they had a lot of opportunities and just were unable to follow up on it. Eduardo Rodriguez went 6 innings, allowing 7 hits, 5 runs, 3 earned, 1 base by ball, 7 strikeouts, and of course the 1 home run. Taylor went 1 inning, only allowing 1 hit with 2 strikeouts. Ottavino went 1 inning with only 1 hit, 1 strikeout, and 1 base by balls. Matt Barnes coming in on the 9th inning for 1 walk and 1 strikeout, but not allowing a single hit. Sawamura going 2/3 of an inning, only allowing 1 base by ball. But then Hernandez, who again was the winning pitcher, went 1 1/3 inning, not allowing a single hit, no strikeouts, but no base by balls either. Having a total of 11 strikeouts and 4 of the base by balls. On the pitching side for the Tampa Bay Rays, Kittredge went only 2/3 of an inning, which is normally a way that the Tampa Bay Rays go about their pitching style, having a lot of small innings for some of their pitchers without any of their, big ongoing starters. Only 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 1 base by ball, 1 strikeout. Yarberg went the remaining 2 innings, went 5 hits, 5 earned runs, 5 runs itself, base by balls 1 time, 2 strikeouts with the 1 hit. Thompson went in and got the 1 out necessary to finish off that inning. McHughes went 3 innings, not allowing a single hit and allowing only 3 strikeouts. Whistler went 1 inning with only 1 strikeout, no hits. And then the Fernancian, I apologize again for all these names being mispronounced, went 2 innings, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. And then of course it was Fairbanks who ended up losing this, going the 2 innings, allowing the 4 hits, 4 runs, the 3 earned runs, 1 base by balls, 1 strikeout. So to just recap a little bit more on what was going on with this one, there was a lot of weird plays that had gone on during this one, including the Rafael Devers double that hit off the catwalk. One of the biggest things that they always talk about this particular stadium that is always very unique and weird because they have all these rafters on top of the stadium. The bad base running that the Rays had, and obviously just with the fact that the Red Sox are still continuing to have some bad fielding opportunities and having those errors come at a pretty bad cost to them. Not allowing them to be able to do a lot, making games a lot closer. Obviously, with the 3-run home run by Wander Franco is a very big debut for him, the #1 prospect. And I apologize, I know I have my baby trying to be a little crazier than normal, but other than that, it was just a very good game for the Red Sox to be able to pick up this win, going 44-29 now, 1.5 games up on the Rays for the division, remaining themselves within first place for the division right now, and we'll continue to look for the game that they will have tomorrow against Garrett Richards, who is 4 for 4, 4.36 ERA, against Rich Hill, who is 5 for 2 with a 3.64 ERA. Looking at the matchups right now against Rich Hill, there's only 4 players that has ever gone up against this particular pitcher. Christian Arroyo, who is still very questionable to see if he's even going to be returning because of his injury. More likely won't be showing up until the Yankees series this weekend, but he was 0 for 3 against him. Marwin Gonzalez was 0 for 4 against him, but had a sacrifice fly during that. JD Martinez is actually, what would that be? 2 for 9 against him. And Hunter Renfroe, who is actually 7 for 21. So Hunter Renfroe having the most experience against this particular pitcher should be a very interesting one. So obviously with everyone else, Alexander Bogaerts, Dahlbeck, Devers, Kike Hernandez, Santana, Vasquez, Verdugo, and of course now bringing up Connor Wong as our backup catcher, have never gone up against him. And just looking at it right now, for the opposite side, for the Tampa Bay Rays, none of these batters have gone up against Richards except for Mike Zunino, who had only gone up against him one time and got one hit and the one RBI from that. So, looking at it right now, it's going to be a very interesting game. I really look forward again for this series to be in the Red Sox favor. But thank you once again for just watching my recap. Please leave a like if you had enjoyed watching my video. It helps me out a lot with the algorithm. Leaving a comment to help me suggest anything else to talk about. And of course, I'll have my subscribe button right over here so that way you can get more content from myself. My name is Cab, and I am here to drive you crazy. Aloha, God bless, and take care.